Hi, I'm Amber Evans, and this is Ford Hotel Supplies Culinary Spotlight. Well, I am here today with Brittany and with Dave. And if you could, the two of you, just introduce yourselves, let us know what you do within Huck's or within Martin and Bailey.
My name is Brittany Murray, and I am currently the Vice President of Marketing. And I am third generation to our founders, Mr. Bob Martin and Mr. Frank Bayley.
I am Dave Grimes. I'm the Vice President of Foodservice. I came up through operations and have been handling all things food service and dispensed beverage related for about the last 7 years.
Okay. So, Brittany, tell us how you are personally connected with the brand of Huck's.
I'm proud to represent Huck's Market, not just from like a marketing and like a leadership perspective, but also, as part of our family's history and part of our family's past.
Well, and that's awesome because you talk a lot about this being a team, how there are many people, many parties involved.
A lot.
Tell us about that and how that works. Was that always what the dynamic was from the beginning?
We just celebrated, what was it, a year or two ago, our 50-year anniversary. So it's very hard for me to talk about, the dynamic 50 years ago when we started in 1974. But, certainly I can tell you that things are the same. We operate and run our business off of the same principles and values as what our grandfathers did. Our fathers, and like I said, as we all in the third generation kind of learn, as we develop in our leadership roles, the core is still the same here. I mean, we want to take care of all of our customers, obviously, but we also want to make for sure we're focused on taking care of our people as well, meaning our associates, because we feel like, with the way things have been built and how we've emerged and how we've developed based off of the values and those principles from, the original founders, that those are the things that have made us the most successful.
What is the importance of Huck's being 100% employee owned?
That was one of the things that really attracted me to Huck's about 13 years ago. And you always talk about having your goals, your objectives aligned, right? That's really easy to do when you're 100% employee owned because you're rooting for each other, right? We're all standing together. I want Brittany to win because when Brittany wins, so to speak, in the marketing department, I win in my wallet, right? And vice versa. And we root for our operations teams. We root for everybody to be uber successful because being an ESOP, you recognize that every success anyone on our team has helps our future financially. So it's easy to be aligned.
So our current directive from obviously Murat Tokad, I mean, he's our president and CEO, is obviously one team, period, one goal. I mean, that to me speaks, voluminous amounts to what it means for our ESOP, because just like Dave said, we're all in it together. Hey, we're taking pride all the way from the top to the bottom here at the office, all the way to the way the floors look, in the stores and how we present ourselves. And we just feel like, it's a way for our associates to feel like they're also a part of something and helping build our future by being in that ESOP. And like I said, one team, one goal.
What are your future goals? I did notice that there's like a running list on your website of future locations for Huck's and things like that. What are you looking for? You're generally located in the upper Midwest right now. How are you wanting to expand?
I would have to answer this in a way that obviously my grandpa and even my dad would even question, is like, what is not in the future for Huck's? Because I mean, quite honestly, as we modernize things and as culture changes and people and customers' habits change, what, we always have to have that open mind to say, okay, what's the next thing we're going to do, we want to do, what should we try? Obviously food is a big focus for us right now. We talked about this before the camera started rolling. You can always get, to somebody's heart through their stomach. Dave has been the best guy to come in and help us do that and really take what we had and make it a reality and bigger and better and than what it ever has been in regards to our offerings and our varieties. So obviously one answer would be, obviously to keep that food focus moving forward. But we're always looking for more locations. We're always looking for growth. We're always looking for different avenues to make money and to be profitable, and obviously, to help our associates in that ESOP make more. So do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, and a couple other things that came to mind is the chairman joking about the food truck he's going to buy me so that we can go around to different communities and sell different stuff. But a couple things I think could be in our future. We have barely scratched the surface on our catering business. We think that can become huge business for us, and I'm super excited about that. And as you all know, we self-distribute. And so we've had just some low-level conversations about a commissary. And so I can maybe envision that being something that we really potentially seriously entertain in the next handful of years. So.
And speaking about food, and where that's kind of your focus right now, your menu is extensive for a convenience store. Just to be honest, I was looking at it and I was like, wow, they offer a lot.
Prior to this interview, I got wrangled up by Dave's team, and they were doing some food cuttings and sampling and things like that. And they literally had 7 varieties of wraps, spicy, regular, American cheese, shredded cheese. Came in here after eating all this food, and it's like, yeah, we do have an extensive menu, but we're not stopping at that. And Dave's team.
And we were blessed with a test kitchen about 4 years ago. They used to be able to restaurant over there. And I just kind of put my hand up and said, hey, I'll take that space if you're looking for a tenant. And so we've had a test kitchen, and we think it's paid for itself. It allows us to test product more frequently, because it used to be when we tested a product for poor manager down the road, we would invade her, right? And really wasn't set up for that. And so now we have the test kitchen. We got everything pretty much that we have in a store in terms of cooking equipment and such. So it gives us a lot of opportunity at our leisure to test new products, and we test a lot.
So I think it would be really important, since we're kind of talking about obviously the origin and the originals. I mean, since 1974, in regards to our fried chicken, I mean, it's always been hand breaded. The way we made it back in 1970, well, we may have become more efficient, right, Dave? And maybe we were able to make it a little faster. Nothing on that front has changed. I mean, our associates, still in the back of the kitchen, they're obviously taking the chicken, we're thawing, we're doing the process of breading all the way from, counter to fryer straight to the customer as they're walking on the case. Same thing with our fried chicken livers and gizzards, hand breaded. Obviously, we franchise Godfather through how many locations, Dave?
I think 107 now.
Pizza's a big part of our business, as well as others, competitors and things like that. But I think it's important to note that, since 1974, we've always been hand breaded. What is the new motto? Hand breaded, fresh, cracking, and made fresh. So we just kind of took that staple and followed it all the way through here to 2025. So
and we didn't. We talk a lot about, marketing campaigns and messaging, and we're just talking about, we really don't have that message out there. We literally do fresh crack our eggs. We do hand bread our chicken. How many people know that? Because to us, that's a point of competitive differentiation. Most people have the frozen egg that comes in, or they have the pre-breaded flash frozen tender that comes in. No, we don't. We hand bread it literally right there. And so that message, we think, gives us a unique component for differentiation.
And it tastes really good. So much better when it's hand bread.
Now, I wanted to switch gears to the charity work that Huck's is known for, or not becoming known for, and caring for kids specifically, because that is something that you all came up with. Can you tell me about what caring for kids is, and why is this important to the Huck's family?
Kids are our future, and the time that we invest and what we put towards the youth is obviously something that we should always have in front of us every single day. Caring for Kids was established by a former CEO, and honestly, it's probably one of the programs that we run that our associates and our people are closest to. It really hits home for them. Obviously, it is a charitable incentive. Our employees help raise monies for our Caring for Kids programs. Our vendor provide us funding for our Caring for Kids program. Obviously, our customers come in and help support, whether we've got some new lucky cut out donation boxes at the register where we say, hey, every penny, or, every round up at the register helps. What we do is, and of course, the program is kind of transitioned, and we're actually working on expanding and making some different changes. We have Anissa who's sitting in here with us. She's a part of our Caring for Kids committee as well, where we raise money through our stores, through the vendors, through the communities to take children Christmas shopping who might be in need or otherwise not be provided a Christmas. Each child is given, obviously, a certain amount of money to go to a local retailer to purchase a handful of items that they need, but also importantly, a handful of items that they want. Obviously, those monies are given to the kids in their local areas based off of how much each store raises during that time frame. And we work with various schools, organizations, clubs, and things like that on how those kids are selected. There's been some stores who have not only provided those kids a place to shop and obviously reward them with those items that they would want for Christmas, but they also provide them a meal, obviously prepared by Hugs. And it's just something that there's a need, and we feel like that we have the right people and the ability to provide for those who are in need. Like I said, because those customers that are willing to give their money to us and shop with us, we're appreciative of that, and we just want to be able to make for sure that we're giving back where we see the most fit through the charity and obviously with our youth.
I tell you, back as a DM, several years, most rewarding time of my life, so to speak, taking those kids shopping and just seeing the appreciation, and we bring them back and seeing the appreciation in their parents' eyes. And I tell you what, both my youngest kids shopped with us, and it really gave them some perspective. And the really cool thing that we should probably mention is we've had some of those Caring for Kids come to work for us.
Come to work for us. Yeah.
So, yeah. Very cool.
I mean, anyways, and obviously even outside of Caring for Kids, like when we talk about Hucks and like the overall brand, I mean, my brother, we have certain memories of either our grandfather or dad, going to the local Big John's and grabbing that tiger tail donut and coming home on Saturday morning, and we all had donuts and milk. But we want that experience, to also happen in our stores, whether those kids are coming now with their parents or grandparents, before school, after school, maybe they made good grades and they get to come in and get a slushie. We want Hucks to be a memorable place for kids and for the youth too. We want to reward kids when they do well. And obviously, most importantly, when a child has a need, we want to be there for them. Recently, we just started doing additional back to school fundraisers in the stores. We're getting ready to embark on delivering gift cards to local schools and local communities. Stores raise money. We're able to take those money through Caring for Kids, deliver them to the school. Maybe they have a student that needs supplies, or maybe there's students that can't afford to be as a part of an athletic team. So we're getting ready to launch our DMs and our store associates to go out and deliver not only the gift cards, but pizzas, chicken, wraps, anything that we can do to obviously entice them through their tummies too. So.
Absolutely. Well, that's a huge testament with the type of people that you all are and how you all have continued your work. And I thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with us today. This was an awesome interview with you guys.
So we want to thank you guys at Ford as well. I know when I started here coming from the store, each one of us kids obviously ran a store before we came into an office or any of our current positions. Well, when I first started coming into the office as a buyer, Nancy Reitzel was my customer service rep. So we have been with Ford Supply for a very, very, very long time, and we appreciate you guys taking care of us.
Oh, she's funny. I'm working on a dishwasher project with her right now. She's funny. She's funny. But no, hey, we appreciate you guys as a partner. And we appreciate the kind words when you guys had us cater some food in. It means a lot to us. So thank you for that business.
Would you rather fly or have super strength?
Fly.
Super strength.
Would you rather travel to the past or future?
Ooh. Everybody is in here thinking, what's she gonna say? Past or future? I think future.
Okay.
Um,
Do you want to elaborate?
the first thing that comes to mind is future because I have, like so many ideas and so many things we can do and so many things I want to see for, this is obviously Huck's and I mean for my family as well, but I want to see the future. I want to know what happens with the brand. I want to know, that my kids are carrying on the tradition. And honestly, I think I want to be rated on my performance based off of what I see in the future. So,
What about you, Dave?
I don't want to get sappy here, but I'm going to say the past to spend another day with my mom and dad.
So, what is the weirdest thing that your pet does?
I have a golden doodle. Her name is Maggie Doodle.
Nice.
And probably the strangest thing about Maggie is that she's actually a very good dog. And what I mean by that is from the get-go, she never jumped, she never barked, she never nipped, she followed instructions, commands. I guess the craziest thing for me is out of all that I probably put my parents through with the 3 or 4 pets that we had, we got a good one, and I'm not so sure we quite deserved exactly the dog that we got. So I'm going to go with that.
How much time you got? I have 7 rescue dogs.
Oh, wow. Well, let's just pick one.
Okay. How about we'll take Remy and Rudolph.
Okay.
They're pit bull mixes. And it's funny because we'll just clean them up and give them baths, and they beeline for a pond we have in our backyard and get filthy again.
Of course.
Come back up. We got to spray them off.
All right. So, last one. What is the best advice that you've ever received?
I would say, obviously, treat others the way you would want to be treated. But you know what? Hey, be yourself. Treat people kind. Not everybody can handle a lot of energy, and I know, that I can exude that, but you know what? Be proud of that energy. Be who you are. But you know what? The other thing that's most important is that, work hard and enjoy what you do. You know what? Always be kind, and like I said, treat others the way you want to be treated.
Yeah, real simple. My dad was a simple man. He would always say, Dave, if you work hard and treat people right, good things will come your way. So is there any potential we could become movie stars or anything?
Cut!